DC's League of Superpets is directed by Jared Stern and Sam Levine. This is a DC animated action adventure superhero movie. This movie is not part of the DCU or the DC animated universe. It is a standalone movie. The movie stars the voice talents of Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Krypto the Superdog, John Krasinski as Kal-El Clark Kent Superman, Kevin Hart as Ace the Bat Hound, Keanu Reeves as Bruce Wayne Batman, Diego Luna as Chip the Red Squirrel, Vanessa Bayer as PB the Wonder Pig, Kate McKinnon as Lulu the Hairless Evil Guinea Pig, and Keith David as Dog-L Krypto's Kryptonian father. This movie is rated PG for action, mild violence, language, and some rude humor. This movie would be okay for anyone 7 years of age and older. The movie has a runtime of 1 hour and 46 minutes. DC's League of Superpets was released in theaters in the United States on Friday, July 29th, 2022. I saw this movie in the movie theaters the night it came out. After Kal-El and Krypto were sent to Earth from their doomed planet Krypton, both grew up together in Smallville, Kansas, and now live together in Metropolis, and at the same time being superheroes along with the other members of the Justice League. At a local pet store, several pet animals get powers after a piece of orange kryptonite from a meteor lands in the store. But out of the bunch, a hairless guinea pig named Lulu, who was once a test subject of Lex Luthor's, gets superpowers and goes on a rampage across Metropolis, capturing Superman and the other Justice League members such as Batman, Wonder Woman, The Flash, Green Lantern, Cyborg, and Aquaman, and she attempts to kill all of them. After Krypto realizes that Superman has been kidnapped, he teams up with the other pets from the pet store to stop Lulu and Lex and rescue the Justice League from being destroyed. That is the summary synopsis. Here are my negatives. There was one big issue I had with the movie, and that was when Krypto ingested green kryptonite that was hidden in a piece of cheese he ate while Lulu kidnapped Superman. So in the TV show from the early 90s called Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, there was an episode in the second season where a female villain kissed Superman and she had kryptonite lipstick on her lips which Superman ingested, and it got into his system and made him extremely sick, and the only way he was able to get it out was to burn it out using radiation. The same thing happened in the first season of Superman and Lois when Jordan became sick after getting sick from kryptonite in his system, and Clark had to take him to the Fortress of Solitude, and the AI of Jor-El had to burn the kryptonite out of Jordan's system using intense laser heat beams. So, why am I telling you all this? Well, in this movie, when Krypto ingests the kryptonite, it should have really incapacitated him and made him sick and not just taken away his powers. Because in Superman and Lois, the kryptonite made Jordan sick, and in Lois and Clark, the kryptonite made Clark sick as well. It should have literally been burning Krypto's insides. And in this movie, when Superman was captured in the kryptonite prison, he should have been down and out and not been up moving around and all chatty with the rest of the Justice League members like it showed him being. So that's another issue. The score music for the film was okay, but I was expecting something a whole lot better and more heroic and memorable. The score was just kind of mediocre and bland to me. There are also some pacing issues in the movie that slow the movie down and drag the movie down at certain times. But other than that, this movie is really good, and those are my negatives, so let's talk about my positives now. The story. The story is really strong. It is fun and easy to follow. It has action, adventure, emotion, funny moments, and a love story. The voice talents were amazing. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson really gives a great voice characterization of Krypto, the Superdog, and it totally works. You actually forget that it's Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson and just really buy into it that this is Krypto the Superdog. Kevin Hart was funny and charming as Ace the Bat Hound. I loved this character, and like Dwayne Johnson as Krypto, you completely forget that this is Kevin Hart and you buy into the fact that it is Ace the Bat Hound. I loved John Krasinski as the voice of Kal-El Clark Kent Superman. He was great. Charming, funny, and dramatic at times, and his voice really embodies that of the Man of Steel. And last but not least, we have Keanu Reeves doing the voice of Bruce Wayne Batman. I was really impressed with how Keanu Reeves was able to deepen and make his voice sort of scary and ominous sounding like Batman is supposed to sound. I will admit, I was a little bit worried but he surprised me and delivered. I will admit, I still prefer Kevin Conroy as the voice of animated Batman, but Keanu Reeves did really good. The movie uses computer-generated animation, which looks absolutely stunning. The film has a very shiny and sleek look to it. The look of the film is very colorful with a lot of warm colors such as oranges, yellows, reds, golds, and so on. There are some sequences that use cool colors, but very few. The directors painted a beautiful picture on their canvas, and it totally works. Something else that was really cool is the directors pay a lot of tributes to other superhero movies that came before DC's League of Super Pets, and I absolutely loved them all. They used the legendary John Williams Superman theme from the Christopher Reeve Superman movies. Then they show Kal-El leaving Krypton in the starship, and it looks exactly like what they showed in Richard Donner's 1978 Superman the Movie, which includes the planet Krypton theme from Superman the Movie and the red sun being responsible for the destruction of Krypton. On Superman and Krypto's capes, they have the S-shield on them like Christopher Reeve's Superman had, and Dean Cain's had it as well, from Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman. Plus, several of the Superman comics show Superman's cape with the yellow S-shield on it. Though on Superman and Krypto's capes in this one, there's a little bit of red on the cape's S-shield, and the yellow on the S-shield is more golden looking than it is yellow. This film shows Superman getting shot with a green kryptonite bullet, just like what happened in Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, Smallville, and Superman and Lois, and he gets shot in the exact same spot where he was shot in those shows, and that is the upper left chest area, just above his heart, but more towards his shoulder area. Now, as far as tributes go towards Batman, they use the iconic Danny Elfman theme used in the 1989 Batman movie with Michael Keaton and its sequel Batman Returns. Also, the Batmobile looks just like the Keaton Batmobile from both of those films mentioned above, and man, it was amazing to look at, even in CGI animation. And Aquaman from this movie looks and sounds sort of like Jason Momoa's Aquaman from the DCEU, and I loved that. Plus, it was great to see a Green Lantern as well as Wonder Woman, The Flash, and Cyborg. The action scenes and sequences were great and a lot of fun. A few of them are a little bit too drawn out and could have been cut down, but regardless, they are great and a lot of fun. The humor is good. It's not great, it's just good. Some aspects of it are laugh out loud funny, but most of them are like, it was just good. I love the relationships of this movie, and that is pretty much the main theme of this movie, and the relationship between Clark and Krypto is wonderful, and then the relationships that are formed throughout the film's runtime as well. Okay, those are all my positives, so now it's grading time. I'm going to give DC's League of Super Pets a very strong and powerful A. Here are my final thoughts. This was one of my highly anticipated films this year. I was waiting for this movie for a long time. I must say it was definitely worth the wait. I thought this movie was very well done, even with its problems. Now, am I hoping we get more Super Pets movies in the future that are just as great as this first one was? Yes. This is a must-see for any DC superhero fan, and it is a must-see in the movie theater. I will be buying this one on Blu-ray and DVD to add to my collection when it comes out. So now, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is Krypto the Superdog in this DC universe, and in the DCEU, he is the big bad villain, Black Adam. How awesome is that? I mean, you're in two different aspects of DC's universes. I mean, wow. Just wow. So, okay, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm going to say good night. God bless. I love all of you, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.